Bears Now is presented by Manscaped. Your boy is due for a trim here. Luckily, with Manscaped, I'm going to be able to trim this beard nice and tight very soon because of the Beard Hedger Pro Kit. Get 20% off plus free shipping of all their men's grooming products by using code BEARS20 at manscaped.com. That is manscaped.com, promo code BEARS20, link in the description and comments of the video. All right, let's jump into today's show. Yes, we're talking DeForest Buckner once again because Bleacher Report cooked up a Bears-Colts trade that would land Buckner in Chicago. Obviously a player we've talked about a few times. He played under Flus in Indy. Here's the trade idea that they have cooked up, and I was a bit surprised by this. A fourth-round pick goes to Indianapolis, number 133 overall. DeForest Buckner back to the Bears, and my initial reaction is Buckner for a fourth? Yes, please, sign me up. I love DeForest Buckner. He's a really good player. Now, he's going to be 29. He's not, 25 years old like a Jeffrey Simmons, but a fourth-round pick for a player with this production, yeah, he's really, really good. He's going to give you 7 to 10 sacks from the interior, decent enough run stopper. You got Andrew Billings next to him as well. You get a guy like this with a fourth-round pick, you still have premium draft assets to go get an edge rusher or two. Get your offensive lineman that you need. Be flexible at other positions. And, again, DeForest Buckner played under Matt Eberflus in that 2020 and 2021 season when he was the Colts defensive coordinator. I love this idea, to be quite frank. So what do you guys think? Who wins this trade between the Bears and the Colts? Type B for Bears or type C for Colts? I think the Bears win it in a landslide, although there are contract implications to consider. We'll discuss that after this question. B for Bears or C for Colts? Now, again, you look at this defensive line depth chart, and like I mentioned, you plug in a DeForest Buckner where Justin Jones is there. You got Billings next to him as a run stopper. Jones becomes more of a rotation guy. You've got DeMarcus Walker, who would probably play more edge in this scenario. And then, ideally you add a top-tier edge in the draft, whether it's in the first or second round. Dominique Robinson, Travis Gibson can become more backup types. Now, the reason I think this trade idea becomes a fourth-round pick is because Buckner is a little older, like I said, 29, but also his cap hits are pretty significant. Like if the Bears trade for him, they would take on a $19.75 million cap hit this year and a $20.25 million cap hit. Now the Bears can absorb it, but if the Colts are looking to trade Buckner, they don't have a lot of suitors left because not a lot of teams have enough cap space like the Bears do, as they have almost $38 million in room still available. So they could take on Buckner and still have half their cap space available, essentially. You could you could have plenty of money to go pay your draft class, and then still some leftover money to either have during the year, contract extensions, whatever. Plenty to work with Ryan Poles. And another reason I think DeForest Buckner would be worth it in this scenario of a fourth-round pick is even though those cap hits are significant, the Bears have money, and he has a 0 dead cap penalty next year. Like, if you bring him in for a fourth and he's not that good, you didn't give up that much. You can cut him next year with no penalty, and you'd be fine. And if he is still really good, you could extend him, lower that cap hit for 2024. He's worth a fourth-round pick. Quite frankly, he's probably worth a third. Now, the Bears pick at 64 in their third-round pick. That's a high third-round pick. But I think in most scenarios, he would be worth a third because he is that productive. Subscribe to the channel if the Bears make a move like this, make a trade. We'll make a video. We'll go live as long as it's not during my week off when my son gets born, which is going to happen pretty quick. So, hey, Poles, you're going to make a move, make it in the next couple days. Turn on those notifications. We'll have a video regardless, whether it's me or someone else in that scenario, and we'll keep you up to date with daily coverage. So don't miss a video. YouTube.com/BearsNow. Turn on that notification bell. All right, let's talk about a trade-down scenario. Pro Football Focus, PFF, proposed a draft trade between the Chicago Bears and the New York Jets, and I thought it was a pretty interesting one, if I'm being completely honest with you. Here it is from PFF. The Bears received 13 and 43, so move down 4 spots, pick up a second, 43 overall. Jets get 9 and 61. So you're moving down 4 spots in round 1, moving up 18 spots in round 2. That kind of seems on the money, right? Like, I think that's probably a pretty fair trade, all things considered. That being said, I don't really mind it. A lot of GMs, a lot of scouts are saying that the kind of sweet spot in this draft is between like 20 and 45. So if you move up from 61 to 43 and only have to drop 9 to 13, that could make some sense in this draft for the Chicago Bears. I don't mind this idea. Now, I think it would depend who's available at 9 when the Bears fall there. If there's multiple players on the board they really like there, then yeah, you can probably take that risk of dropping to 13. Now, if there's one guy they love there, but then the next group of 4, 5, 6 players are like, I don't feel great about it, then you may want to keep 9 and you make that pick, right? Because dropping 9 to 13, 9, 10, 11, 12, 4 players are coming off the board before you pick, and if you only like one player there, then that's not ideal in that scenario. But if there's multiple players Ryan Poles likes in that range and he's okay dropping 4 spots, then he gets to move up 18 spots. I think that could make some sense. More thoughts, more to come here on Chicago Bears Now, but do want to shout out the Beard Hedger, the Pro Kit from Manscaped. Spring has sprung, and all of our friends at Manscaped have the best tools available for spring cleaning. They've already helped you tidy up all the nooks and crannies in your body's basement, but this year Manscaped can help you get the perfect presentation on that beautiful face with the new Beard Hedger Pro Kit. Make sure you look your best this spring by using code BEARS20 at manscaped.com. Beard like a pro with the Beard Hedger Pro Kit. This kit comes with all kinds of stuff. You get the beard balm, the oil, the Beard Hedger itself, which has a rotary 20 rotary item on there, so you don't have all these attachable guards. You get the scissors, the comb, the shampoo, the conditioner, all in one bundle. And believe me, I'm a beard guy. I know what I'm talking about. Goodbye to multiple guards. That's awesome. And I've tried so many products over the years and have never really found anything that I like nearly as much as this. Your boy's due for a trim. I'm going to trim it up very soon, and I'll be able to do it in a timely manner with Manscaped. Promo code BEARS20, manscaped.com. Beard like a pro today as they are expanding their portfolio at Manscaped with more men's grooming products. Okay, let's take a look at the Bears draft picks, because again, in this trade down, you would get 13, you would move 9 and 61, you would also get 43. So just to kind of recap, you would now have 13, 43, 53, and 64, 4 picks in the top 65. I think that's pretty valuable. That allows you to be more flexible. You could trade up in round 2 even more. You could trade back later into the 3rd round if you want to do that. So you've got that flexibility if you are Ryan Poles. I think all things considered, without knowing who's available at 9, I definitely do not mind this trade idea. What do you guys think, though? I'll throw it back on the screen. Do you like this trade? Would you make this trade? Type Y for yes, type N for no. If you'd rather just stay at 9 and make a selection there, that's certainly understandable. Y for yes, N for no. Would you make this trade? Go ahead and let me know. Speaking of the NFL draft, Myles Murphy, could he be an option for the Bears at number 9 or perhaps in a trade-down scenario? He had his pro day on Tuesday, and he could rise up some boards based on how he looked in workouts. Jordan Schultz had this report saying that, I'm told just about every NFL team was in attendance for Myles Murphy's pro day. The mammoth Clemson Edge, 6'5", 271, ran a 4'5", 240, and, quote, couldn't have had a better workout, one team just told me. He also added a quote from that person, position drills were impressive. You think about that speed at 6'5", 271, at 4'5", 2. That's like around what Jackson Smith and Jigba ran in his 40, guys. I mean, that's crazy for someone that big to move that fast. Now, the question is, when will Myles Murphy get drafted? Like, soon after the college football season, he was in that top 10, top 12 range for a lot of mock drafts. Then, for whatever reason, he kind of fell, started sliding down boards, like leading into the combine, coming out of the combine. Like, I would say most mock drafts I've seen him in the last 4 to 6 weeks have been in that 15 to 25 pick range. But could he get back into that top 10 with a strong pro day if he impresses in some interviews? I think it's possible. He's got the athletic profile. The problem with him is he's been inconsistent production-wise. Like, this isn't bad production, right? 40 tackles, 6.5 sacks, a forced fumble. Like, that's not bad. But with someone with that athletic profile, you're hoping to have that guy dominate at the college level. He was not dominant. He had his moments. He flashed dominance. But he was, an inconsistent player. Can he put it all together with NFL coaching? I think he could. He's got the makeup to do it. It's just a matter of going out there and doing it. Obviously, again, when you look at the Bears draft capital, you're thinking, okay, number 9 overall. Like, is Myles Murphy a top 10 guy? I think he's got that potential. I think you think back to like that Jets trade idea, for example, move back to like a 13, and if he's sitting there, like I'd much rather trade down for him. I don't think I could take him at 9 right now. Like, again, I have to see who goes 1 through 8 and see who's available, but I would prefer to trade down for him. That's just me. Like, him or Tyree Wilson, I'd rather have Tyree Wilson. Him or Paris Johnson, I'd rather have Paris Johnson. Even like a Skoronski, I think I'd rather go that route. But Myles Murphy helped himself out with his pro day on Tuesday, and maybe, just maybe, he sneaks back up into that top 10 range. What should Chicago do with the number 9 pick in the NFL draft? What do you guys think? Type T for trade or K for keep the pick? I'm open to any scenario. I do know that Ryan Poles is not scared to make a trade, so don't be surprised if he moves down again. Now, subscribe now if you love the Bears and if you enjoy this channel. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that sub button. It's 100% free. Trying to get to 65,000 subs before the NFL draft. Bear down, FGB, subscribe. You guys know the drill.